Welcome to YouTube Live at E3, powered by Samsung for the next 12 hours. This will be the only YouTube channel you need to watch for non-stop, uninterrupted coverage of all of today's press conferences, recaps of yesterday's EA and Bethesda briefings, live demos, and world premiere exclusives, plus a few very special surprises. Now, before we spend 12 hours together, I honestly would be uncomfortable moving forward without saying something about the terrible events that had happened this past weekend in Orlando. We were all shocked by these senseless acts of violence, and we're thinking of those affected. And I was going to bed last night thinking about, doing 12 hours today with you guys, showing off games, and I realized that it may seem insensitive to some that we're spending a day showing off video games, some of which, let's face it, are violent. But as I thought about it more, I realized the power of the platform we have today and the amazing diverse lineup of content we're about to show you. Last year, this live stream was the largest one of the year on YouTube, and that to me means something really important. Millions of people around the world unite and come together around a true passion and love for games and this medium. I've been to all 22 E3s, and I get excited about this show because games are the most powerful form of entertainment out there. At their best, games let us escape and sometimes even let us reinvent who we are, no matter where we're from or what circumstances we find ourselves in. I fell in love with games when I was a kid, and games were my sanctuary that kept me away from a lot of bad stuff in this world, and I honestly have never looked back. So I hope that today we can spend a few minutes thinking about how we can use the power of games in this community for the greater good, to bring us together and use that love we have for this medium to make the world a better and safer place. So I just wanted to say that because I think it's important. We have so many people together that we should think about that. And now let's get on to the games and the developers, because we've got some amazing teams around the world who have devoted their lives to entertaining us, and they worked for years in many cases for today, the day that they're going to debut what they're working on. And today we have over 75 guests coming by our show, including some of the biggest names in gaming, music, and TV, who will sit right beside me to talk about all things E3. We've got new details on Kanye West's Only One Game coming up in just a few minutes. Bethesda Game Studios' Todd Howard will be here live with me in just a little bit, and we've got other top developers from around the world as well. We've also got funny lady Aisha Tyler joining us. She'll be hosting the Ubisoft press conference and then live with us afterwards. Funny guy Conan O'Brien, the Clueless Gamer, will be live with me later tonight, as well as rapper, skater, and now game producer Lil Wayne. He is going to squat up with us later. Now, if you thought that was it, we're not done yet. We've also got YouTube creators Stampy, Jacksepticeye, iJustine, Game Labs, Matt Pat, Angry Joe, as well as our friends from IGN, Rooster Teeth, GameSpot, Funhouse, and more. They'll all be here weighing in on all of today's big news. I know there are lots of places you can watch the streams on individual publisher channels. What we're going to give you here is uninterrupted coverage of the briefings in 1080p, 60 frames per second, and commentary on both ends, as well as great guests. So we hope that you'll stay with us for all 12 hours.